Okay. Hello, Friday people. I hope you're well and I hope you have a good weekend. This thing about choosing your top 10 albums or top 10 movies is so hard. I just couldn't. I went originally for heritage tracks, but then Dave said, no, it's not that. You don't have to go back to, I can sneak some extra names in here, you notice that? I don't have to go back to Sinatra or Ella Fitzgerald, for example. And I've cut out classical music entirely because there was too much to choose from. So my first choice for the 10 albums is this little baby. I'm so proud to have the original double vinyl recording of Evita with Julie Covington prior to the show starting. Lloyd Webber always published an album before the show started. So this has got people on it, including, for example, Barbara Dixon, who went on to star in Blood Brothers. See, I sneaked another album in there. And it's wonderful. And you've got a booklet which, you know, with all the words and so on. It's the only vinyl left in the house. Everything else is gone. My second choice, I haven't got Freewheeling, Bob Dylan's original album with Blowing in the Wind and so on. I've got Modern Times, but he would figure enormously in what I would go for. And then I can't find the box anywhere, but I've got Simon and Garfunkel, Bridge Over Troubled Water, partly because I just missed that free concert in Central Park in New York, which would have been wonderful. And their songs have been part of my life, really. Then I couldn't ignore Madonna. I don't listen to Madonna anymore, but for 20 years or so, she was important. I get another sneaky in here as well, of course, which is that the soundtrack of Evita links to Madonna, which she made a wonderful fist of, I thought, and is now currently on the London stage again with rave reviews. So, sorry, the feeling. We must be up to about 15 by now. Sultans of Swing, Dire Straits, Romeo and Juliet, Money for Nothing, and most of all, of course, Brothers in Arms, which I listened to on the coach to a tour of the Normandy battlefields. I just tears rolling down my face. Wonderful stuff. Now, we won't allow compilations, so I've got Dire Straits on the night. Okay, I haven't got Eagles' particular album. I've got the best of Take It Easy, Witchy Woman, Tequila Sunrise, and of course Hotel California. Wonderful stuff. Which Queen album to choose? But I have got a compilation here, I think, Greatest Hits 1 and 2. I've also got number 3, and if you want me to pick a particular song, apart from Bohemian Rhapsody, of course, for me it would be I Want It All and I Want It Now, because my childhood and my early adulthood was all about deferred gratification, this middle class thing. Work now, hard now, you'll get your rewards later. And if I were to go back to being 18 again, I Want It All and I Want It Now. So greedy would be my theme song, I think. I get Coldplay. I looked all 4 albums, and I couldn't really decide. In the end, I've chosen Parachutes because of Spies, Yellow. Which great songs. And I saw them live as well in the pouring rain, and that's a kind of memorable event. Bon Jovi, this is a compilation. I can't find the cover of Crossroads. I can only find a remastered disc of ours, but Living on a Prayer, Keep the Faith, Dead or Alive, Bed of Roses. I mean, just wonderful, wonderful stuff. And I've seen them live as well, which is quite an experience. Great sing-along in the car stuff, as of course is Queen. Finally, I didn't know which album to choose. The soundtrack to my life, Elton John, and I chose songs from the West Coast. mainly perhaps because I think this train don't stop here anymore, I think is a way of him acknowledging his age. And he used to be all steaming and whistles blowing, and I think that's very poignant. But most of all, I mean, some wonderful songs, but most of all, I Want Love with the movie with Robert Downey Jr., of course. Most of all, American Triangle, about a gay kid beaten to death out in the wilds by two young, senseless, homophobic hoodlums. So, and I've seen Elton John perform live as well. Bless him, great man. Okay, tonight we're going to London. In a few minutes we're going to go up to the Roundhouse in London for a celebration of GI Gendered Intelligence's work for the last year. Very excited about that. Discussed it at a meeting on Wednesday with the group that I work with Gendered Intelligence. Awesome people, so professional, and do such a lot of good work for our young trans and non-binary people. Whatever you're doing, sun is shining, even in London. Have a good weekend, take care, love hard, and see you next week. Okay, bye bye.